What's going on, everybody? I'm Go Veer, Go Home. Welcome to the Saturday night kit build. We're not building kits tonight. Let's start off right there. Uh, yeah. So tonight, actually, we're going to do something a little different. We are doing decals, um, however you want to say it. I'm sure there's a right way, a wrong way, and a fun way, but we're just going to call them decals. So we're not doing it on here. I'm going to explain my process, and I'm going to show you what I've been working on, and we will put some decals on some cars. But first, oh, and there's more. I do want to say hi to everybody. We are a little early. I know normally we start at 7, but that's okay. Um, I'm pretty sure M&M Rails was the first one in the chat. So hey, Mark and Brian and Perry, being Ironwood Steve and Todd. How's it going, guys? Welcome, everybody. Hey, Brad. Chris, where did you get Canada Post decals? These ones? More on that in a bit. But yeah, I'll give you all that information. Welcome, Scott and Pine Valley. Hello, hello. We'll get started in just a moment. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Nope. Command. There we go. Okay, so that's the link. If you do want to jump in and hang out, if you're working on something, keep it train related, and have a good time. I think I don't know if Denny is joining me or not. He might be. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Well, every Saturday I do go live right around this time, 7 o'clock, and I'm usually working on a kit. And for the past several months, I've been working on multiple kits. Usually, one kit takes about 2-3 months. Seeing as how I'm supposed to only work on it on the the Saturday night, but sometimes I do find myself chipping away at it through the week, just because my office that I'm doing this in is also my 9 to 5 office. So it's very easy for me to turn to my left and, paint something, glue something. You know how it is. It happens, right? So, uh, for this year, I wanted to do this project because I'm near the end of my wood kit. So there was a couple of things that I did want to try. Now, if you guys have been following along, you guys know that I have started, or the plan was, to start my own leasing company. And I've done just that. And the trial run where I started with this, I can show you here, was with these brand new Rapido Trains reefer cars. Let's see if I can do this here. Oh, there we go. So there we go. So GVOX, that is my leasing name. And for these cars here, because I only have 3 of them, these were my trial run cars for this whole thing. Hey, Nelson, how's it going? Hey, Anthony. So this is the whole trial thing for these cars. And basically, I was talking with Mark. He told me not to mention his name, but I'm going to do it anyways because he's a swell guy. And I'm like, can you do some decals for me? Because he's done some decals for me in the past. But these ones, so he might be able to explain it a bit better than I would. But the program that he was using, the letters would come out a little bit more pixelized. So the edge of the letters weren't as smooth. It was more like tiny little squares, and it wasn't that smooth of an edge. So that was the first issue. The second issue was printing white. I did want the same decals in both black and white, just in case, right? Because as you've probably seen in the real world, some of the decals are black, some of them are white. So I wanted to have a bit of a variety as well. Hey, Denny, I got the link there in the chat. Central Northeastern, how's it going? And Montana Northern, how's it going? So with these three cars here, these ones specifically, one was an O&R. That was really hard to do, just for the fact that it's O&R. But I already have three O&R, so I was okay. One was an A-OK, and I felt A-OK covering it up. And the other was a UP, which you see, I don't use UP. So that was easy as well. And I know it rhymes and all that stuff, but whatever. So with these three cars, I only had one real request as far as the numbers. And it's basically two of them are my kids' birthdays. So 101, as in one of one, 31, or sorry, 331, that's March 31st. So that's my youngest. 101, as in one of one, 7/11, which is July 11th. And then I'm like, might as well do mine, one of one, 3/15, because, you know, March 15th. So those are the three cars that I've started with, and they're going to need decals on this side. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to add the decals on the side. If I have enough time, I'm going to add the decal on the end as well, because, and I'll show you why all this is. But yeah, that's what I plan to do there. So that is where I've kind of started, and I did the one side as a test run. I seeked guidance from Perry because he's like my custom train stuff guru. And I text him and I message him and I'm like, what do you recommend? What do you think? Blah, blah, blah. Most of my tips and whatnot that I do learn and I share, I usually get from him. So usually I'll tape the car up like what I did here. And you can see these cars have the, this car anyways, has the tape where I'm going to be doing my patching. And I've left the specific areas open. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a clear coat on this. And what that does is that seals right along the edging. And it will hopefully drastically reduce or prevent bleeding when I do the color over it. Now these are the Greenbrier box cars from Rapido. Shout out Rapido. And I really like them. I got these ones from Todd. And I'm going to do black on this one. So I'm going to patch it black. And then I'm going to do the white lettering over it. And this one here, see how this one is almost like the old CN, which is pretty cool. I'm going to patch it with the white, and I'm going to use the black lettering. Now this side here is already patched, but I don't want the black lettering here and, white lettering here. That would, for me, that would be silly, personally. I could just put it on there because that's already patched, maybe to save me a bit of aggravation, but we'll see what happens. What do you guys think? I don't mind just patching this and saying, okay, black lettering here on top of the white, and then just do the white GVO logo across here. But we'll see. We'll come up with a few ideas. So that's those two cars. I still have to tape this one off, but yeah. So back to the decals for a moment here. When I had originally discussed with Mark about the decals, hey John, how's it going? Where did we get the decals from? The decals are from Precision Design Co. And that is basically pdc.ca. So it's pdc.ca. They are in Canada. And with that, basically, you can always reach out to them if you have any custom ideas, and you can share those ideas with them, and they can help make your decals for you. Of course, they cost money, but, you know, cost is whatever if you want perfection. Oh, we do have Denny here. Okay, I'm going to bring Denny in. Hey, Denny, how's it going?
There you are. Good.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
How are you today?
I am awesome. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What are you working on tonight?
Okay. I started this guy the other night on Thursday, and I am getting the last of the details done on it. I want to put a ventilation system on it. I'm going to add some more graffiti. I'm trying a new way to do graffiti. And I'm leaving it. I'm not weathering it tonight. I might put that roof on. I'm not weathering it tonight because that is part of a little club clinic that I'm going to do with the one little local railroad club that I'm part of. And so it is just a quick little kit bash built out of a bunch of old Outland scale models. I put them all together, and I'm just turning this into a bit of a background building. So I'm just going to keep banging away on some details tonight.
Well, that looks really good.
It's turned out okay. I'm happy with it.
Hey, James, how's it going? I don't know if I missed James earlier, but James is there. All right. So, my issue is getting all these decals at the correct height. Now, with the decals, just so that you guys know, I've got 3 different sizes. So you've got the large and in charge, which goes on the front side of both of them. Then you've got the medium, which is a smaller version of the reporting marks with the number. And then I've got the small version, which is going to go on the ends. This is like the equivalent to your number boards. I don't know if you can see that or not, but these are super small, and these go on the ends, on each end of the car. So I'm sure I'm going to have fun getting this to work. And because it's live, there's so much more pressure, right? Are those graffiti things that you're doing there, is that just regular paper?
Yeah, it's just regular paper, and I wanted to try using them as graffiti, and so far they've worked out really well. And so I wanted to show this technique to the club members who aren't going to use, let's say, laser cut water slide decals.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I've been working on adding some silly little signs, and I'm going to put a couple more on here as a proof of concept to show that this actually works. And then when I get to meet with them, I'll say, hey, I tried this and it worked okay, and I think you should try it too. So this is just a laser print, and I'm sanding the back of it to make the paper like tissue thin. And then I'm going to cut out the lettering, and then with a mix of matte medium and the color of paint that I'm applying it to, we'll call it glaze it on, basically.
Glaze it. Nice.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, it sounds like you have a game plan, so that's always good.
Yep, I have a plan for proposed failure at this point. I guess I haven't said hello to anyone. Anthony Borden and M&M Rails and James, I can see them in the chat. It's a bit hard for me to wheel through the chat with the way that we've got things set up here right now. I think I saw Steve. If there's been any dirty words in the chat, I'll say hi to Todd, because that would be him. Yep, he's there.
Yeah. So the good thing about these decals here in specific, or specifically, is that these are probably some of the thinnest decals I have ever worked with. And I've at least worked with four or five different brands.
Good evening, Mike H.O. Trains.
Hey, Mike.
Well, that was too much. All right.
Now you can't really see it, but I'm going off of the rivets here. There's multiple panels that are coming down the side here, and there is one right here. So on all of them, I put the G right up against that, and I do an approximate spacing downward for this. But as long as you keep it in a straight line, you should be okay. But it does, or it has been turning out somewhat well for me so far. But it's quite the process going through these. Todd was asking about the Canada Post decals. And to be honest with you, Mark was just, well, because I had asked him for one. And this is going to be going on to the wood building that I have. That brick building. And when he made this, I guess he was filling out some space on the decal sheet, and he also made a couple more that are about this size. And there's about four. I've got four of them, so I'm thinking of maybe I can make some Canada Post trucks as well. Not completely accurate, but either way, I think it'll look good. Can kind of make it believable. So we'll get some trailers and do up the Canada Post trucks as well at some point. Now, what number was this? This was 315. So for the you said you were going to be doing a bit of a clinic.
Yeah.
What what's the overall premise there? Like how are you
Well, so what it is that um, I'm actually part of two model railroad clubs, and I was mentioning on Thursday that the one is called the Cambridge Model Railroad Club, and it is what I would call a very social club. The members of the club are definitely of a mature vintage, and for good reasons. A lot of the guys don't have layouts anymore. The club got rid of their layout quite a number of years ago, and so really at this point, we get together at each other's houses and we cycle through each other's houses and hang out. And if you do have a layout, you present it. And one of the things that they would like us to do as associate members is put on a bit of a clinic. And so the idea is you come to somebody's house, you might have a small clinic of sorts. It might be anything like how you use ground foam or how you paint roads. Take a look at your layout or watch videos or talk about something you've seen or do a presentation. And then there's always the obligatory snack afterwards. And so I'm going to go over making doing weathering, like just the regular sort of India ink wash stuff that I like to do. And that's why I've got this little building on the go, is so that I can take it from this and show sort of how to fearlessly soak it with India ink and rubbing alcohol and dab it back off and try to transform it. And I'm also going to talk about this technique of using the laser printouts as graffiti and posters. And I'm going to let them see the ITLA kit that I made for the ventilation, because a lot of these guys generally don't go to shows anymore. And pretty insular at times. So basically it's just like, hey, this is what I've been up to. This is what I built. This is how I'm doing this. And so hopefully they'll find it entertaining.
That seems very informative and helpful.
I hope so. Listen, it's a great group of guys. They're super supportive, and I don't mind hosting and trying to figure out some way to be entertaining.
Oh, you had me at snack.
Listen, I have them all at snack. As soon as the snack they perk up. Black Forest cake seems to be like the one where people come out in groves.
Hey now, Black Forest cake, right on.
Doesn't mean I just won't do Timbits and cheese platter, but we'll see.
Now, these guys are all N scale as well, correct?
No, oh goodness, I'm in the minority again there as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, mostly HO guys. It's not a scale club. It's just a high
more social. Club. Okay. So kind of a mixed bag then.
Yeah, I mean, usually most of the clubs, when they're scale agnostic, certainly tend to be a little bit towards HO, of course.
Canadian Locomotive Logistics, hello. Nelson placed the order for the Alleyscapes kit. Oh, you're going to have fun with that. Yeah, that looks like a fun kit to work on. Okay, so this is 331. With my luck, I'll not be paying attention, and I will put the wrong number on the wrong car. Hopefully not. Just seems like something I would do. But the secondary club, the club that you just joined recently, within the last couple of weeks. Well, let's say within the last month or so.
I joined. So it's the Burlington Model Railroad Club. I joined it 6 or 7 weeks ago, and it just so happened that they had torn out the N scale part of the layout. The club is broken into an outdoor G scale layout, a principal indoor layout that is HO scale, and then a smaller N scale layout. That said, the end scale layout is larger than mine, and it goes from one small room that's maybe 10 by 5 feet into a fairly large L shape. And so they tore out the entire thing, and they had started on the new track plan when I contacted them and said, what about a new membership? And they said, sure. So I was down there, and today was the open house. So I've been going down there pretty consistently every Tuesday and Saturday for 2 or 3 hours, and we've been working to get things together. And today went off with pretty much without a hitch. It was pretty good. We were ran trains for about 4.5 or 5 hours. My stuff worked great, no problems there. Standing on concrete for 5 hours is certainly makes for a long day, so I'm happy to be down here sitting. But it was a great day. I appreciate it. I met a bunch of new people, and there were a bunch of people maybe interested in joining the club. I can see that James is thinking about it too. But there were a lot of people that were sort of interested in it, and people were pretty impressed with what they saw.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a certain aspect, like a social aspect, that you don't get from just running trains at home,
No. And I've been thinking about that a lot. It's definitely on my mind as something that I want to think about is being out of the basement a little bit more. One of the things I did with this kit is that this was mostly a residential building, and it didn't come with any windows or doors. So I've taken some Plastistruct or evergreen styrene clapboard siding and turned it into let's see if I can, and turned it into corrugated steel rolling doors.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wraps.
Oh, that looks good.
So I sort of quickly gave them a paint job and weathered them up before this.
Now, if anybody did miss Thursday night, because Denny was live Thursday, and he had painted this right from, the bare plastic.
Yeah.
So if you did miss it, definitely go back and check it out, because yeah, it was really, really cool to see the whole process, start to finish there. Well, not finish, but where he's at right now, basically.
Yeah, painting plastic kits is very different than the wood kits, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Different finish, different, dry time.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
It's yeah, I find it to be a huge difference. Plastic I find easier to build, but painting and detailing, the wood kits are definitely a lot better for that.
Yeah, painting a plastic kit is less satisfying for sure. The wooden kits, the cheapest paint in the world will soak in and make it look great.
Yeah.
Plastic is less forgiving. Okay. So I'm thinking about another little blob of graffiti over here, maybe.
With those little graffiti things, where did you find? Did you draw those, or did you what?
I just grabbed them online,
Yeah.
and just made a quick sheet of them. So I just quickly threw them on the page like this. I made some a little bit yellow, just to sort of see what was up. And as I said, this is just laser printer paper. I would like to do this with just a black and white laser printer to sort of show that it can be done. And I'm going to try tinting one of these right now to see how that works out as well.
Yeah. And what about those little posters?
So these, These are just, so these I made using ChatGPT.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's difficult to find gas mask wearing 50s cigarette ad posters.
Yeah.
So these are all based on, like, Uzon is that's Union Harbor Express. Union Harbor Express ON, that could be Ontario, but that's the company name, the benevolent master of like all the industry on my layout. And so this is a fireworks ad. And then these are just goofy ads from the 50s, you know, like women doing laundry because I don't know. And so I printed a bunch of them out, and then what I'm doing is that I'm just cutting them up and applying them as sort of posters. Mm-hmm. And then when I add weeds and stuff, I'm hoping they look pretty good. Denny, do you have a laser printer? I have a black and white laser printer at home, and I have access to a color laser printer at work. Let's see here. I think I'm going to do void. Nelson Allison, the ITLA kit, I'm just kit bashing right now. I 3D printed the interiors and roof. You 3D printed the roof as well? Like a full roof or roof details, or are you adding like a pitched roof or something to it?
And for the interior, is that along the same lines as what who is it? Cityscapes has roomette? Oh no, it's roomettes. Yeah. Is it along the same lines as roomettes?
That's a good question.
Now, Walther started doing those as well.
Say that again, sorry?
Walther started doing that as well, because they've just released some houses. I think they're like almost like Cape Cod style.
Okay.
Cottagey type homes, but you can get interiors for them specifically.
I've done a little bit of interior detailing, and it is satisfying, but I feel like it's not a good use of my time necessarily, because I have so much layout to do that I would rather come back to a building to do the interior as opposed to spending a lot of time in the early days taking care of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have 20 nice looking buildings than one perfect one at this point.
Yeah, that's fair. Except for the buildings that are like, you won't be able to get into there after.
Yeah, I did detail some of the parts of my Aldershot station because it's now glued to the baseboard.
Oh wow! Okay.
Well, glued. I used latex caulking.
So it's staying.
Yeah, you can tip the layout on its side and it won't fall off.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. But
exactly.
It's good to know that it's sturdy.
Yes. So Nelson, let me see. Just a flat roof, okay. Interiors are roomettes, like, oh, that's where you got the comment from. And small buildings close to the edge. Yeah, for sure. This building that I'm doing right now will be at least 3 feet away from the edge of the layout. I have to use a step stool to get it onto the layout, or onto the back retaining wall. So I'm not going to worry too much about doing much. I'm being a little bit cavalier even with the way that I'm sort of building it and weathering it. So for what it's worth, I've put down a little bit of matte medium and I've sanded the paper and I'll put a little more matte medium on it. And the matte medium disappears. I hope that it weathers correctly.
Mark wants to know what type of solution I'm using. So there's two different ones. There's a microsol and microset. And basically, oh wait, am I using the right one? Shoot. Where is my... You know what? I might need to find that. Find it after. But yeah, so it's basically just a matter of dipping in the water. I put a little bit of water on here too. That way you still have some time to, move it around and whatnot. Then I use my Q-tips and I soak up that extra water. So then it goes right into it. And then I put a little bit of microsol on it just so that it will thin out a bit more here. And then hopefully it'll stay. But I'll do a clear coat. Mark needs to do a Blue Devil video. I wonder if Mark got any track down yet. I think he needs track down before he can run trains.
Poor Mark.
Poor Mark indeed. I don't know when I can't even remember when he took apart the layout. I'm pretty sure it was before Christmas.
Wasn't that 2024?
I don't know. I remember it being a while ago, but Mark is not taking questions at this. Mark, how long has it been, man? 3, 4 years?
Mark, is Heath waiting in the wings for the next installment of your kidnapping? My wife is encouraging me to get in there. It's hard to find time.
It really is. Sometimes.
Oh, maybe I misread his comment. My wife has encouraged me to get in there. Also, if anybody out there wants to moderate Todd, go for it. Ooh, Brad is teacher, off all summer but no time. Laughing faces. As per Mark's previous comment, he is not taking any questions. And exactly, he only has a few months.
Yeah, 2 months left, and then he's on holidays, I guess.
It's amazing what the astronauts accomplished in 10 days.
Which goes to show anyone can go to the moon and back faster than Mark can build a layout.
Right?
So that's a thing. That's a real thing.
Does anyone know the best adhesive for glued 3D plastic parts to extruded foam? Canadian Locomotive Logistics. So when you say extruded foam or plastic parts, so it's like FDM or resin prints, and then extruded foam is like the pink or blue insulation. I'm going to try Revel Glue. Hey, Curly Express. Because there is a version of liquid nails that's very safe, certainly for foam, and it works really well. It doesn't go on very thin. I know that you can use certain Gorilla Glues if you want. Certainly, any of the white glues doesn't work because it needs air to dry, but Gorilla Glue cures, and it's safe with foam. Yeah, liquid nails works quite well. It depends how big the parts are. Okay. I used the two-sided Gorilla tape, but it came off after a year. It probably let go on the styrofoam side, I would imagine. Let me see if I still have the adhesive that I've used multiple times.
What was he gluing? Plastic to foam? I've glued foam to foam using wood glue, which is kind of weird to say, but it does work. I've also glued wood to foam. Yeah. Foam to foam and wood to foam.
So Canadian Logistics, this is the other one that works really well. It's for foam board. It's the PL300. It's a construction adhesive. It'll stick to foam and anything will stick to it. That is the end of it when you're done. It's also water resistance for what it's worth. So it's built for foam board, works great for foam board, but everything else will stick to this. And it's got it's really high tack. So even if you were going to put things on the side of a wall, this will hang on to it. I assume this stuff is well gone or kicked, it's past. Hey there, Deep Run.
I think this is working. You always worry about doing a project like this, especially on these are $70, $80 cars or whatever. And it's like, that's why I don't work on locomotives, because I get too worried, self-conscious, and
Canadian Locomotive Logistics, yes, if you're interested. Can we find that on your YouTube channel, the remote train control? This is the last few bits of my ITLA um, ventilation kit. I built the configurations I wanted for my Union Station, and then I was picking through what was left and just put together something that I'm going to mount to the front of the building.
Did you have fun with that one?
It has its moments, but joining the vents is a little tricky when you've put the these sort of little raised bits onto it. But the ITLA kits are very zen. They're nice. And I'm going to put it down the front of the building like that. Yeah, it's pretty warbly, this thing that I made, but we'll get through it together.
Oh, looks good though.
Breaking out the black bucket hat and tails for James renewing his vows.
Chris, are you going to have a GVOX industry where those GVOX cars will go, and will you call the industry GVOX? Probably not. They're just leaser cars, so I'll put them in with my mix of stuff, and yep, they'll just add to the train itself. So when I do tank cars, which I do plan to do a few tank cars as well, they'll get mixed in with my TILX and all that, and they'll all go to whatever industry that they need to go to. And if I end up doing some cylindricals, because there was a request for cylindrical hoppers as well, which is something I might do. Will these cars be available at Otter Valley? No, they're exclusive. Otter Valley has their exclusives, and then I have my exclusives. And we'll see what happens, though, because, yeah, you never know. What if ITLA made GVOX kit? Would you feel pressured into buying it because... No, it would be no contest. I would just buy it. Mark with the questions. If you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be? Mark is such a mark.
Okay.
So as I was saying, these decals are really small, and probably some of the smallest that I've had to deal with personally. But it is what it is, right?
Okay. So I think that's all the vents I'm going to put on this. All All right, so I think that's all the vents I'm going to put on this for the time being. Again,
What
this
about
is pretty
piping?
much a background building. Um, so I think now I need to take care of a bit of weathering on the vent itself.
Do you think you'll do any piping on there? Or?
The roof, I don't think for this one. We were talking about like yellow natural gas piping or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what all the rules are with that stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure yellow is natural gas, but yeah, like yellow, black, whatever. There's a couple.
Let me see, what do I want to weather this with? I need a small brush.
Yeah, I was thinking about investing in a cradle. I know Bowser has these awesome one with the little magnetic strip. So if you start taking stuff off, you put it into the strip, and you don't lose your screws and stuff and your couplers. I might just leave it with the one on the one end because there's really not enough room there. The other thing I want to do, of course, is graffiti these and my other three. But that might be a job for another day.
Is that using that's hand with markers and such? Is it not?
Yeah, yeah. I usually use like the markers. Like I'll draw it on with a pencil and then use markers and whatnot. I've got this set here, and the set's pretty cool. Although I find that some of them showed up empty, which is kind of lame, but they work really well. So, well, the ones that do work, anyways. You get a lot of colors, so that's kind of neat. I know you're not very fond of Broadway limited engines, but they are doing the CN Bicentennial 250th engine with the Eagle. Would you guys get one? Hopefully, Scale Trains will do it. I was actually talking to James about that earlier, but I was telling him that I'm interested, not the one with the Eagle, but the other CN that's red, black, with a bit of gold in there as well. Walthers is doing them. Walthers is the only other one that I've seen that will do them. I guess they got the rights to do all the 250th. That's why they've been celebrating pretty much most of their ads are about those right now. But yeah, I mean, I'd love for Intermountain to do something like that. Scale Trains, They do some good stuff, but I think that the Walthers ones can still be just as good. They've got lock sound, and the price is usually much lower than all the other ones.
Did I invent in my head that they had released model railroad train trading cards?
No, that's a real sad thing. I mean, it's a real thing for sure, but
That's amazing.
it's something.
For some people, I'm sure that's just bee's knees.
Yeah. I like that some locomotives and whatnot that you buy come with the card, like the matching card.
Oh, like cereal came prizes.
Yeah, kind of like that. So I mean that's okay. You know, you get a little thing with your locomotive. I don't think that they're doing the chewing gum with it though. No, sorry, Todd.
Well, we did have a conversation last year, a group of us, about getting a creosote flavored candle.
Go on.
So that way you could have the layout room smell exactly like the shops.
Usually after a session of putting in like grass and whatnot, the whole downstairs usually smells like rubbing alcohol and all that.
Denny, will you put a subway on your layout, sir? I will not put a subway on the layout. I do not wish to cut into the benchwork ever again. Although for the last couple of days, I've been entertaining doing another small layout while I'm working on this one.
Wait, a secondary layout?
Like a small little layout.
Huh.
Yeah, exactly. Huh.
What is the idea there?
I just like being able to bounce around between ideas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the idea is that, maybe it's not a bad idea to have something that you can. So, what it is that I would say that since I've joined the club, there's something great about not having to overthink and fuss some details sometimes.
Yeah.
When you show up to the club, it's like you got 2 hours to do a thing. You don't have weeks on end in your own little empire at your own kitchen table. And being able to work fast is kind of fun. So something that's a little less, well, it's not that my layout's serious. I've just been thinking about the idea. It would be kind of interesting. I don't know. The jury's out. It won't be HO scale, I'm afraid. It would be N scale still.
We'll get you. Don't worry.
Listen, when my eyesight fails, I'll be all into it. Don't worry.
All right.
When my hands start to shake, for the time being, I have to wait. I mean, I can't switch now. I've got that Go Transit set coming in. I've got new LRC coaches on the way. I've got the LRC engines on pre-order.
How excited are you for all that?
I get more excited with the newest one that comes out. Like when it was, first of all, the Go Transit, I'm like, yes, I don't need anything else. And then they were like, oh, now we've got LRC cars being released again. I'm like, amazing. Go Transit, get lost. And then they're like, we've got LRC engines. And I'm like, all of you need to leave. This is the next most important thing ever.
So do you have that thing too where the new train, whatever comes in, let's say, something arrives tomorrow, this is your new favorite train?
100%, just like children.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm still riding that Blue Devil, high that everybody's been, having for the last couple of months there. And I'm pretty sure it's only because I haven't gotten a new locomotive. But it's still a really nice locomotive.
Right. I'm actually not jonesing for anything. I right now I'm out of like hobby shop, having to go to the hobby shop and pick stuff up.
Yeah.
I'm sure it won't last long. The new LRC cars roll smooth. Todd. Thank goodness, Todd. One of the first LRC cars I bought melted right on the track, which was definitely not as per manufacturer's instructions.
Was gonna say, hopefully these ones, are good, not melting in that way.
For what it's worth, with the first batch that I got, yeah, the melting cars definitely was a problem. To their credit, Rapido was on it, sent it back. They sent me a replacement, no questions asked.
Mm-hmm.
As for the rolling, the LRC coaches that I got were kind of dogs, but I spent some time tuning them up, and they now run really well. There was two principal things that were wrong with them. They had it's big time. They had which was the idea of like brake shoes, and they actually touched. That was the first thing, and then the second thing is that because the wheels had electrical pickups in them, it was each of the wheels, and then there was a plastic tube that the wheels would press fit into. First of all, you needed to check the gauge of the wheels because they did get out a little bit. And then the second thing, if I recall, was that these axles snapped into sort of like open pinchers, and
mm-hmm.
if the tube that connected the two wheel sets was touching the pinchers, it would bind and the car would run like lead. Oh. So basically you had to get the wheels to gauge, you had to get them in, and then you had to adjust them so they were just so, and then pull these little brake pads out. So each car took 5 to 10 minutes to tune, but now they run quite smoothly.
Yeah. I think the only issue really that I had with mine was the wheels. And, you'll oil them, and just like you probably should with most things, right? Like, yeah. Oil it, it gets rid of the squeaky sound. They do run really, really well up and down grades and whatnot. You don't need a lot of them because it's an LRC train.
No.
But they handle really well with an F40. So they don't bog anything down, which is good. The only other thing is the noisy capacitor, which it sounds like a battery charging, as you can imagine. Right. But I usually have loud trains on anyways. It might be something that would bother you because you don't normally like the sounds. So you would probably hear it a lot more than what I would.
Yeah, it's interesting you should say that. As an aside, Anthony Borden, Denny, it's funny you said that about the scents. I'm building a Nabisco factory, and I'm putting one of those scented burning cookies and steam generator to simulate the burning cookies. There's a candle that is a scented burning cookie smell.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. I don't know if putting creosote into like an incense burner would probably be good for you at this point.
There's actually, I don't know the brand, but George's Trains, I don't know if you ever go there, but they have flavored or scented smoke.
Like a vape for your train?
Yeah. So when you put the liquid in, obviously, you get the smoke, but you also get whatever scent that you choose.
I guess if there was a market for it, I'm happy they filled it.
Yeah, it's you're bound to, I'm sure any of those scents are probably better than just like smoky train smell. And I had an Oso Steamy at one point that actually did make the steam. I can see the concern with obviously when it points the smoke downward and, will this ruin my tracks and whatnot? I don't think I had any issues with it. Mind you, I wasn't running it that frequently.
Bacon scented smoke. I make that every Saturday morning.
Very separate from the trains.
Right?
Although, wouldn't be terrible, though. Wouldn't be
No,
the
there's
worst
worse.
smell to have in your train room.
When I was at the club today, the HO guys were, of course, running numbers of different manifests, and again, to my personal opinion is that pretty loud. Like there was a lot of noisy sound decoders going the entire time.
Whoop.
Gingerbread scented smoke, bacon scented smoke, burning cookie.
Okay, so there. I only ended up putting the end decal on the side that doesn't have the refrigeration unit, which is okay. I'm okay with that. But all three cars have their decals on both sides now, and I'm pretty happy with them. I just have to do the clear coat on there, and then I can do the weathering and graffiti, and they'll be good. Good to go in service.
Chris, what do you use for clear coat?
There is a Tamiya clear coat, but I've also found this other clear coat from Michaels, which is a matte. It's a matte finish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the name of it though. I don't remember. But it works okay. That's all I can say is that it worked well. All right. Speaking of working well, hopefully this works well. Otherwise, I will be most sad.
Amazon have it, Denny. It's an oil diffuse, and they have a burning cookie scent. All right. Burning cookie scent.
Hey, Willow Creek. Liquid
Burning
text.
spice cookie.
Might be it. I'm not sure.
Well, I found one that has candle making, waffle, pumpkin pie, snickerdoodle, gingerbread, and more.
Snickerdoodle.
Christmas coffee. Oh, there's one called Farmhouse. What flavors are in that? Garden herbs, cozy linen, maple syrup, weathered wood. Weathered wood. Okay. Halloween. Slime, candy corn, autumn wreath, snickerdoodle again, and more. Oh, there's one called Hotel. Slime, Santal, Luxury Night. Looking at you, Mark. White Tea and Time. There's one called Men. I picked up the Men scent pack. Let me see. Smoked Ebony. Oh, that, okay. Sandalwood, Amber Rum, Cedar, Cologne, Sweet Tobacco. Interesting. tobacco wouldn't be bad.
Hotel, I mean, depending on the hotel that you're staying at. When I was in like my wife and I went to Vegas, and I guess when they clean your room or whatever, they have their own brand of mist that they mist into the room just to give it that fresh, smell.
Okay.
And we bought a bottle of it to bring home for our room, just because I guess my wife loved the smell of it and the fresh smell, and bring a little bit of Vegas home, right? But yeah. So I guess this goes here.
So is this a post office building you're working on?
Yes. Good guess.
Okay, listen here.
That was most good. See, technically, to use this big one, I would have had to do like 3 windows, and I only did 2. And I feel like a chump because I wanted the bigger sign, but I can't fill in that window now. I mean, I could, but I risk ruining everything. So, that being said, unless
Okay. So I think I'm going to call this structure effectively done, or it's as far as I can take it for the time being. What I'm going to do with the club on Monday is that I'm going to install another poster print and another shot of graffiti. Then we're going to come downstairs. We're going to hang out, eat sausages, and then I'll come back up and I'll give it the wash of ink to show how it hopefully ties this all together.
Snossage.
So with that, I should find something else to work on now.
Oh, the train station. The train station.
No, train station is no, that's tomorrow morning. I'm working on that.
Oh. Wait. The what brand is it? Not the Walters one.
Yeah, the Walters train station, yeah. The other train station that I want to work on, that kit hasn't arrived yet.
Oh, I thought you had the box.
No, sorry. Okay, so I am working on the Walters kit. In order for me to work on it here, I need to clean this all off and start because it's attached to a base now. So doing these little fiddly things is kind of fun. And I've ordered a small Outland Models kit that I want to scratch build into sort of a generic station, Go Transit style station. Okay. I'm not mad at the way that this graffiti's turned out. I think one of the things that I would say about modern graffiti sets is that they're too colorful, and having a lot of black and white graffiti, I think, looks a lot more realistic. Additionally, sometimes I see the graffiti applied, and it's got a bit of a strange dimension because typically it runs off the bottom edge, particularly on a rail car.
Yeah.
But sometimes people mount it halfway up, so there's quite a bit of space underneath it. All right. What else do I have hanging around here? I thought it might be fun to work on this 25-cent tractor trailer back, but I need to spray paint it first. Let's see. Actually, you know what I'll do is I'll take the last few bits of the ITLA kit and I will turn them into a ventilation system for a future project.
Give me 1 second. I think I need to find my file, which I probably left out here. Just trying something. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but...
What's that?
Well, the big sign... I'll bring my building back over here. So I had purposely left a hole, or sorry, not a hole, but I covered up these two holes here, right? And I was going to put the decal right across here. My big sign is too big. It covers a third window. And I'm like, well, that sucks. So what I'm thinking, because I can't take this out of here. This is glued in. Like, you know, it is what it is. So what I want to do is make this, instead of it being flat on the brick, I want to put almost like a backing to it, like that, and I'll obviously fix it so it's flat on there, and just put the piece of plastic, glue the plastic sign to it, so that it kind of comes out a little bit. Maybe I can put a little border around it as well.
Have a good night, Mark. Thanks for stopping by.
But we'll see what happens here, because
these are all of the bits I have left from the ventilation systems. All right. So can you remind me, Chris, where you got the stickers? Did these come with the custom reporting marks for your cars?
Yeah. So originally Mark was going to just print it all off on one sheet, And then he just sent the whole file, I guess, to the decal guys, and they had another one. They did, like, there was a couple of sheets that they did, but you can see on this one here, right above where it says posts, right? The blue is kind of like chipped off, or it flaked off a little bit there. They said that was their bad, so they had just printed another sheet of decals or whatever, and yeah, they threw a few more Canada postings on there. But you know, I'll put them to use or whatever.
Well, it's excellent.
Yeah, like dealing with this company, they're really good as far as you know, decals and whatnot. I know guys that have reached out to Highball, and I've used Highball for years. I really liked using their decals, but they never answer their emails. It takes forever to get an answer from them. Sometimes you don't get one at all, which is, you know, not great from a business perspective. So for the quick response, turnaround time, you know, the cost of doing it, zero complaints, you know? So,
And what was the name of the company again?
uh, see, what was it? I put it in the chat earlier.
Yeah, it was
PDC, Precision Design Co.
okay. Do you remember how much they were worth? $20?
Ooh, let me see here. I think Mark said it was 50,
Okay.
but they had to do some stuff and redesign some stuff just to get the lettering to look okay.
So there's an art charge to go with it.
Well, no, they were very, like, there was a lot of, I guess Mark would consider it hand holding as far as the design process.
Okay.
I don't like to speak for him, but because he was the one that dealt with them directly, where
Okay.
I'm over here saying, ooh, do this number, do that number. So yeah, like these are all the ones, you know, that they did, which obviously a bunch of the black, there's a bunch of the white. I've got very specific numbers here, which I won't get into all that much. But then you've got your mediums and smalls in the black and white as well. And then the Canada Post ones, and they even threw in some VIA ones. I don't know. I think that was Mark trying to be cute because I always do VIA stuff, so he also threw in some VIA logos. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. But overall, yeah, very pleased with everything.
And are these printed with, these are using white ink as well then, yeah?
That's correct, yeah. So the, you know, anything, like if you wanted to do a straight white, not everybody can do that apparently. You need a special printer or something.
Brian Ferguson says Bill at PDC is awesome to deal with and use him for all of his decals. So there you are.
Yeah. So if you don't believe me, Brian's a good guy too. Where did my shoot? Oh, they're there.
For anyone who's looking on and saying, what's going on? What is this little thing you're fussing with? So this is the ventilation system, and it comes with 3D cut brackets and stands that you slide onto the laser cut wood. And I don't know what these brackets are made out of, but they're tough as hell. Like, I am not treating them well by any means.
You've got a couple of washes there too. What are those?
Sorry, what's that?
So you have a couple of different washes there as well. What are those?
These are two of my new favorite things. Which these are the Tamiya panel liners.
Oh yeah, okay.
It is laser board, Steve. Okay, And I got the dark brown and the brown, and I've actually been working on trying to develop a straightforward um, weathering kit. I find that for rolling stock, I'm still not there figuring out how to do weathering yet, only because it's an expensive risk, as you know. But I've been slowly building up some very basic items here that have worked out, that are starting to work out really well. So I've got the two panel liners, which there's a light brown or brown and a dark brown, which are perfect. And the AK pigments, I have European earth and black, and then the pan pastels. I got basically a rusty brown color. And aside from a light rusty brown color, this little combination is probably as extensive as I want to get in terms of having materials to weather things. The black makes sense, that's soot and bottoms. The earth makes sense, that becomes dust. The brown makes sense because that's everything that might possibly rust, and I just need a light rust. And then when combined with the panel liners and some matte spray, this works out pretty well. So yeah, these I've been using. I was using these to weather in the edges on the ventilation because it leaches really quickly.
I've been trying to find some of that panel liner. I can't find it anywhere.
Oh, what colors do you need?
Black.
Okay. I will,
Mostly just black.
Okay. I know a guy.
You know a guy. Oh.
I know a guy.
Is the guy's name Lauren? Because like that's normally where I check, and it feels like I'm always like late to the party. You know, like.
No, I know another place, and it was there the last time I went in. So it's right near our favorite guy from Newfoundland.
Okay. And I think, I mean, it's a wonky kind of link that he put in there, but
yeah, it's a
that
Google
might
share
be.
link. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, James. The Dundas of the Junction.
You've been dunderstruck.
Uh-oh. Dunderstruck.
Schoolboy uniform and a bucket hat.
I didn't know if this was going to work, but if I'm able to pull this off, then I'm going to be very happy. Because I'm basically just creating almost like a shadow box for the sign itself. And I'll probably need to paint it black, which I'm okay with. So obviously this won't all get done tonight, because now it's a whole other project, just making a sign. But
is that just styrene you're using?
Yeah, just evergreen styrene. And I have a bunch of it because for some reason I bought a ridiculous amount last time I was at the Otter. So this is how it gets used. Now I don't feel as bad because I'm actually putting it to use.
I did okay for styrene when Paris Junction Hobbies was unfortunately closing up.
I'm sure that would have been the time to gather. When you went, was it like the 30% off, 40% off, or was it earlier?
I think it might have been in the 10 to 20.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you wait too long and it all gets eaten up, right?
Yeah, so the structures and the locos and stuff were the first to go.
Really? Huh.
Well, because as soon as they dropped below MSRP, they were out of there. But certainly the styrene and such sat around until a little later.
Huh.
I might get Denny a Newfie bucket hat. Well, wouldn't that just be the best thing? Wheels and Wings Hobby Stock Panel Liner. Why do I know that name? Where is that?
That doesn't sound like it's anywhere near me, that's for sure.
No, I think it's. I'm perfectly willing to put together a care package on your behalf.
I appreciate that. I can send you funds if you like.
We can certainly work out an arrangement. Just put the number in the chat here, and I'll get it handled. That's sort of a ridiculous ventilation thing, but here we are.
Oh, did I tell you I used the misting thing that you gave me?
Oh. And?
Love it. No notes. I thought it was gonna. I thought it held more than what it did, and it overflowed. So naturally, that was fun. But that was my bad. That wasn't anybody else but me. So, yeah. But I had fun there. Yeah. No, it works. It's very. It's light on the spray, but it still gives you enough coverage, if that makes sense.
Yep, totally.
Yeah. So does what it's supposed to. That's the.
It's not a Windex bottle. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. No. Okay, so I'm definitely going to have to paint this thing black and then put the decal inside. So I'm sure the next time everyone sees this, it'll be done. Hopefully.
Guaranteed.
My only problem is that I don't know what kit to work on next.
A little one?
I mean, maybe.
What do we have? What do we have stocked up right now?
I don't have anything stocked up. I mean, I've got a whole steel mill that is all 1/3 built. Each individual building is about 1/3 built and painted. But I'm not even going to use that on this layout. So pulling those out would be, not great. I've got my downtown city, but it's like, as much as I want to use them, I don't even know if I'm going to use them. I mean, I can paint them and then go from there.
Chris, Trinity Hobby on Carling Street's Tamiya products.
Trinity Hobby.
Trackside Mike has arrived. He must have just got back from the club.
I've never heard of Trinity Hobby. Believe it or not.
And good evening, John Garvin. I don't know if I said hello this evening or not.
And Kevin as well. How's it going, Kevin?
Oh, and Kevin. Good evening, Kevin.
See, I used to go to... Oh, and Glenn. How's it going? How's it going, Glenn?
Where's Glenn? Oh, Train Glenn. Well, good evening, Train Glenn. Trackside Mike was at work.
I used to go to Hobby House. That was kind of like when I moved out to Ottawa. That was kind of the first place I had found that, supplied me with all my Tamiyas and my train stuff. And it's even where I bought my first LRC locomotive, which is kind of a throwback. They had a poster on the wall. And I'm like, I want that one. And they're like, good luck It's been on pre-order for 10 years. And I'm like, well, when it comes in, let me know. Because I
And
think
it
when they
did.
had originally announced that locomotive, it took a while for it to see the market.
Does it actually run well?
Oh, yeah, I loved mine. It was great. The only issue I found with it was that there was two speakers inside, which is kind of cool, but they were face down, and just underneath that speaker was a screw, and the screw kind of had one of those, the round headed.
Yep.
So when the sound was on, it would vibrate off the top of that screw.
Oh,
So the quick fix is you take the speaker out, you take the screw out, you file down the screw, right? So obviously it becomes a flat head screw at that point. And it no longer makes contact with the speaker. That
right.
cleared it right up. It was like a 2 minute ordeal. There's not much else in like that shell. Uh, you know, as far as electronics and whatnot, they did okay, but it was very hollow. So yeah, that's all it really was to get it sounding better. But yeah, it was a very good locomotive, I think.
You say was. Do you still have it?
Oh no, that was early on because I went through a phase where right around my N scale phase where I had sold all my HO and then did N scale for like 3-4 months and then went back to
Oh, I remember
HO.
this story.
Yeah, so couldn't really gather my stuff back at that point.
Fair enough.
Yeah, stuff happens.
Sure did.
I think that I just need something to get through May. If I can find maybe a kit or two that are small enough that I can work on throughout May, then I should be okay. Because
And are you
I'll
thinking like a
probably,
wood kit?
I'm going to say a whatever kit, right? Like
Okay.
I'm not too picky. I enjoy doing both. So, but once June hits, I'm gonna have a few more cars that I have to work on. So
Yep.
that will be the big project that's probably going to consume probably about 2 to 3 months, depending on how much time and whatnot I put into that.
Now, in terms of the layout, would you say that your track is all done, or are you still waiting for some things?
Um, so my main line is done, obviously, because I can run around it. But there's like little things. So my maintenance facility, I need to get a couple of switches to go into the shed there, so that my locos can go in for maintenance and then come out to the yard. Um, and then it's just industries at that point. So any other industries that I add, I know I want to get this. There's this building I found. I forget what it's called, but I can find the name of it. It's a Walther's kit, and it's modular. I was talking about it last Saturday, I believe. It is called the Ashmore Hotel. And in the instructions, it shows you
Oh yeah, yeah.
how modular it is. And I've got pictures here. So if you get two, like it says, if you get two kits, you can make it twice as tall.
I see.
If you get three kits, you can make it twice as wide and a little bit taller, or so on and so forth. A big square. So I want to make a custom build of this. I don't know how many I'm going to need. My guess is 6, but I'm going to start with 3 probably, and then go from there. That way, if I only need 1 more, then it's a lot easier than buying 6 and then doing whatever else with the other 2. But yeah.
Good evening, Perry.
Oh, Perry's back.
He was in Smith Falls chasing trains.
Yeah, it sounds like Perry. Today's National Train Day.
Trinity is on Carling, around where it splits under the 417. Lots of Tamiya stock and basic supplies.
Huh.
So there you have it. No excuse.
That's like the opposite end of the city.
Oof, never mind. Bridge too far at this point.
Yeah.
That's crazy talk.
I don't even like driving to work, and I work right in the downtown. That's past. Wait, where is it? Carling around where it splits under the force. Oh, I mean, like, yeah, that's like if I was going to work, I could drive there or drive there on the way home from work, maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
I still don't want to do the 2-story brick building by ITLA.
Do it.
So for anyone just tuning in, Chris was working on a building and he didn't fill in enough windows, so now he's making a prop to hide that. I finished a little thing and now I'm taking all of the scraps to make something I don't need but one day will want. And this crazy glue is making a mockery of me.
That's not bad.
That looks fantastic. The ribbing looks great.
I mean, that's just like the back. You probably won't even see it, but it'll help with the whole, staying, But like this fits, or at least it should fit in here. Come on. Get in there, you stupid. Might have to trim it just a tiny bit, unless this needs to come out a bit. That's probably it. Well, either way. So it'll kind of look like that, but it'll be black. And then where's the building? So I can test fit it on the building. Because this way I don't have to take out the window. I just put it over top of the window. Oh, yeah. Okay, so not bad.
Can I just say that the galvanized piping looks outstanding?
Oh, the vent thing? Thanks.
Yeah.
It's probably the fun thing I like doing is all the vent configurations.
Mm.
Left, right, up and down. And then these wonky ones here, these are fun too.
Did the vents come with that particular kit?
This big one did, but I'm like, that's not enough venting. I like my venting.
Yeah.
So then I got the vent kit as well, which gives you a lot of pieces like this. And, you just kind of make your own. It's the middle of the city. No asking Chris that. No asking Chris what? Have you test fitted it? The sign? Yeah, I mean, like the sign, that's where it'll go. And the cool thing is it goes over top of this one window here. So it'll basically go like that. But this will obviously stay flat. And it doesn't really interrupt anything else, and it sits flat. So that actually worked out better than I could have hoped. I could put it here if I wanted. I'm not, but that's kind of neat though.
Yeah, that looks perfect.
Happy accident, I say. Now to see why this won't fit.
So Nelson, I'm not sure of the backstory here. Have you been putting off starting the 2-story brick building?
There. I had to make it snug, but it's snug.
So Train Glen, my next project is the Walther's Cornerstone Kit.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Oh, shouldn't have done that.
Oh, crisis averted.
Stand down.
Don't panic.
Next thing like Mike, Trackside Mike does. That would really be.
What does Mike do?
His sound effects.
Oh.
It's really what we're missing here tonight. There.
Only thing is that when that's going, you can't see the chat, so it's like.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
I don't know if you're able to see that stuff on your end. Do you have the option for media stuff?
No.
No. Train horn. Yeah, there should be a train horn, eh? That's the only thing that makes sense here, not the stupid bounce. Oh well.
All right, so I've put this looks like a little crab now coming at you. ITLA crab vent system.
See, those look like very cool. Like I love the vent systems. I don't know why. It just they look so good. Is yours like the layers of wood and you have to like sandwich them all together? Do you have to do that as well?
No, there's no sandwiching. It's straight off the board. It's a little easier.
Oh wow, okay.
Let me see.
I guess
mine
and scale
sorry,
going.
Train Glenn is saying mine is the modern sectional house. Let me see. Cornerstone modern sectional house. What, Glenn, I plan to get the 2-story bungalow and cut it in half on my bandsaw. Therefore, I'll get 2 kits in one. James, have you ever thought about cutting locomotives in half? Therefore, you would have 2 as well.
Ah, that would save money.
Right?
One thing I'm surprised, I've never seen somebody do like a whole line of just Frankenstein type locomotives like they do in the real world.
Right.
I've seen that with like CN. CN has a few that they've done lately, and they're just a mishmash of different leftover body parts just to make one switcher or whatever.
Right,
They're
yeah.
really, really
It's like a
hard
rat
to look
rod.
at. Yeah. But like, what if that was your thing? You know, making all the, you know, you could be like the Dr. Jackal of trains. You know.
Train Glenn, is that the kit you're talking about there? Yeah, but Mike, James used to work at Duke Electric. He can just make motors.
No, we didn't.
I promise.
Are you sure?
I heard it.
James. Like our James.
Yes.
No way.
Our bucket buddy. He worked at a place.
The place with the thing?
He did the thing at the place.
Huh.
Promise.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Let's just keep making this little thing ridiculous here. I'm just trying to use up my pieces.
Okay, my sign is now black. I was originally going to spray it, but then I remembered I bought white spray paint when I should have bought black spray paint. So that is where I went wrong.
Is that just acrylic you're using?
Yeah, nothing too fancy. You're only going to see the edge of it anyway, so I don't really think it mattered.
Use a Sharpie.
Oof. I have in some cases. That's how I get the my silvers so silver.
Ah,
That's the trick.
I am electrical apparatus service technician.
Still?
You never stop being an electrical service technician.
He didn't choose that life. It chose him.
Right?
I was talking about the bucket hat life.
Bucket thug.
Yeah.
All right. You never retire from that life.
Nope.
Here we go. Look at this little, like it's literally like a little crab now. It's like the Krusty Krab mechanical building for the top of the for top of another building. Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic.
And that, kids, is how you take a building and you just make it worse.
Worse or worse for wear? Because it's like when you paint it, it's almost as if you're painting it but weathering it at the same time, right?
Yeah,
You're
it's
giving it that
amazing how
aged.
this. Yeah. What is this comment about the trees?
I don't know. I think he thinks he's a bird. Are you talking about the sweep that CN built from the SW1200 and the GP9? Probably. If you were able to pick all that out of that locomotive, then, all the more to you. But, yeah, when I look at it, it just looks like just weirdness.
Weirdness.
I mean, well, so, because Ian Ironwood, we all know Steve, he sent me some pictures earlier, because he's right by Whitby. Not sure if I'm supposed to say that. And, even I was like, look at that unit. It looks like somebody took all the leftover parts and made this locomotive. And they're like, oh, go you. You can be a locomotive just like all your brothers. But, yeah. Then it's like, you got like a Jeep 40. Or is it a Jeep 40? Or a 38? Might be a 38. And then you have it with a more normal looking locomotive, and you're like, yeah, okay, that works, right? But who knows? But yeah, those are fun. But if somebody made just a bunch of Frank units, that'd be kind of neat. I've seen Harrison do some real one-off type stuff where he makes a super long locomotive by cutting the ends off two really long locomotives. I think they were, what were they? Like an SD 45 or something. I don't know, really long. Oh well. So unfortunately, I won't be able to do anything else with this until that dries, which might be tomorrow during my shift, during the day.
Say nothing.
I don't think my boss watches anyways.
His loss.
Yeah, right? You could be learning neat things.
Well, I just quickly ran out and gave them a shot of primer.
Oh, you primed them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, all in all, for what it's worth, people, number one, if you're still here in the chat, I realize that certainly the GVO ITLA is a really enjoyed kit amongst the people on these channels, but for the sake of discussion, you can see there in the image, there's two pieces that I put together tonight. These were some additional setups that I made the night before. I've also got this setup on the building, and I don't remember what the kit was actually worth at this point. Was it maybe $30?
Are you talking about the ventilation kit?
Yeah.
The HVAC? No, I think because the HO one is like 20 or 25, something like
Okay.
that.
So this is actually called the NHO 3070 HVAC kit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's only like $22 maybe.
I think you're right. Yeah. So for what it's worth, this is what you get out of. So between all these buildings here, this is what you get for that. And I just so happen to still have one of these kits still left, which is only like $12. IKLA's better, way better, but this is way faster. This kit is more sprues than pieces. Let's put it that way.
Did you get yours direct or did you get it from Otter Valley?
When I was in OVR, I just happened to see it, and it was, I think, maybe $11. So that's not the same as the kit I got.
The multi-scale HO roof wall vent?
Mine is number 3070. Yeah, that one. 31.
Okay, so when you buy it direct, that one's $31. But I want to check the because sometimes when you get it from Otter Valley, it's cheaper.
Well, the reason I picked up these kits, including the little building that I did, was ITLA was in OVR that day, and I wanted to be supportive, and so I grabbed a few things from them at the moment. I need that kit in HO. Well, James, you let me know. The next time I go down there, I'll pick it up for you.
I'm just checking here. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you're right. It's closer to $30, but yeah, it's $28.99 on.
Okay, so $30, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say, in fairness to the kit, whether or not I think $30 is a lot of money, I've gotten several hours of entertainment out of the kit, and definitely the detail in the kit is vastly superior to the Wathers kit. So totally worth it in that regard.
And I was definitely rounding down with mine. It's 26 or 27, and
but it doesn't come 20. With an outbuilding.
No, just the piping itself.
Okay.
Or the ventilation, but.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Oh well. It is what it is.
Oh.
Which kit is it that he's talking about?
James?
Yeah. He said, I need that kit, Nature. Is he talking about the building that you're working on?
I don't think he's talking about my building. You can't cut this one in half.
It's already in half.
Right? It already is a half.
It's funny because when you were showing that, I had looked on what is it called, Amazon, and I had found a bunch on there. But yeah, you're absolutely right. They're more expensive on Amazon than buying them direct.
Yeah, I think someone's working as a drop shipper. Oh, the roof details, James. Well, listen. So two guarantees, James. If I head down to OVR and you're free on a Saturday, I will pick you up and I will take you. Or if I go down there, or you could ask Sparky to pick it up, I suppose. But I'm always happy to get you something. It will be $20 shipping, though. Night. Oh, be in Ironwood. You're gonna go, Steve. You're going live in a bit. I'm gonna come on over and hang out.
Yeah, it's
Chris, I will say, I appreciate you asking me to join here tonight.
Oh, and I appreciate you joining.
I would say that as a recap, I finished adding the graffiti and weathering, the weathering's almost done in this particular building. And I built a series of these vent systems. So I think this was successful. And there's your G-Vox which is a badass name.
I mean, it works, you know,
Yeah.
like I had played around with a couple, not gonna lie. I got a lot of free time sometimes just to
Yep.
sit and think. And it's the only one that really actually made sense without overkill. And when it comes to the logo, because I think one of the most fabulous things that anybody has ever done for me was all 100 logos that you made me. 100 is kind of like a, you know, obviously, you know, there was only 6, but
Right.
there was a lot of options there. Um, the only thing I couldn't justify is putting the logo on the car, just for the fact that it's like an F40, and you know, it didn't really make too much sense. And some of my favorite cars, which are leasers, it's just you just have the lettering as is, kind of like the GATX and the TILX. So I wanted to keep it simple like that and just GVOX. And when I was talking to Brandon, he made a good point and said that I don't even really need the X on there because this is the name, where when you have the reporting mark, it would be on the reporting mark for
Right.
sure. But again, it would look weird if it didn't have the X on the end. I
Yeah.
don't know. It kind of felt it, and I went with it. So that's that. But yeah, I'm very happy with how these turned out. If I didn't love the O&Rs for what they are, I would probably do all 6 of them. But I do want to
Right.
keep the O&Rs as is, so I've got 3 and 3. And then, of course, for the building, I've got my custom. I don't even know what you'd call it, frame or sign frame for my building, and we'll get that in there and post it on the building. Hopefully, get the base plate for that building done soon. I haven't even started on that. It's a lot of little jobs, you know. So, but besides that, I'm going to be starting on some more cars. So
Very good.
hopefully we'll see some more of the GVOX cars. A bit more of a variety for sure. Where did you get the decals? What did I always forget. It's 3 letters. PDC.
Mike, if you scroll up through the chat, you'll see it mentioned a couple times.
Yeah, pdc.ca, Precision Design Co. I gotta
Well,
work on my memory.
I would say that I appreciate you letting me join you tonight. I think it's a good place for me to stop and head off and do the next thing tonight. I think I'm going to swing by Steve's live stream over at Ian Ironwood and have him keep me company for at least another half hour till the fumes of the super glue have moved me from reasonable to unreasonable.
Sounds good. I'm gonna take off as well. So just so everybody knows, Monday night, James and Mike, 7 o'clock. I've got GVO out, not GVO After Dark. Third Rail Thursday, this Thursday, with a smattering of others in between, and then I'll be back here next Saturday to work on something.
All right. Well, take care for me. I hope you guys have a great night.
Have a good night.